All right, how's everyone out there? This is Daryl Good, and I am doing another segment on some of the up and coming events that we got going on for Keeping Teachers Teaching and for our educators here in the state of Arizona. But not only in Arizona, we're trying to grow this thing nationwide. What we're doing. I've been existing now for the last 3 years doing Keeping Teachers Teaching. We are a nonprofit organization. And we are one of a kind of nonprofit organization. To understand exactly what we do is that we are true advocates for teachers and assisting teachers for their needs, with their needs. And to understand that when I speak about it, a lot of organizations, a lot of companies, a lot of businesses, everyone think of us as collecting classroom supplies. I'm not collecting classroom supplies. I assist educators, teachers, the true heroes, and supporting our educators to get out here to try to keep them in the classroom, not leave the state within they live in, and trying to find ways how we can assist them. That a lot of people don't understand and know that a lot of our educators struggle day in and day out financially. When they graduate from college and choose to go into education because they have passion, because they want to be able to change the world. And by changing the world, it started with our young youth, with our young kids. But during that time, a lot of our teachers are truly struggling because a lot of them comes out of college with a college degree, but $40,000 in student loans, driving the same car that they got their freshman year in college when they first went in, and still driving that car because they can't afford a brand new car, knowing that they're going to a institution, occupation that going to be paying a real low pay. But it don't stop the desire or the passion that they have in going in and trying to shape the mind of our future, which is the kids. But along with that, our educators struggle day in and day out. Can't pay the electric bill, can't pay the water bill. It's coming to a time that a lot of them just struggling. And then when the school district asks them, you know what, I think you should go and get a master's. And to understand, and a lot of people understand that when you go get a master's, that master's is going to cost you between $35,000 to $45,000. That's even going to a campus or going online. But in return, with that master's, teacher only get about $1,000 to $1,500 raise. So you do the math on that. It's going to take them 40 years to pay off their masters. 40 years. Along with them, some of them still have loans on their undergrad. So, it doesn't stop them with that passion that they have in their heart to stay in that classroom to educate 30 plus kids that don't belong to them. Different multiculturals, different background, different behavior, because I was one of those kids. I was one of those kids that really, really tore up the class and caused teachers total headache. But not knowing that these teachers have their own personal issues that they deal with their own family, financially, and other personal things or versus things that's dealing with their life. So as the years progressed, I became a substitute teacher. And then I got certified, became emergency teacher for a couple of years in the school district and actually lived a life as an educator. And let me tell you, it ain't no joke. It is the hardest job in the world to try to educate 30 plus kids. Not only that, you're dealing with the parents, you're dealing with the administrators. You are everything to that child because that child totally look up to you. Even when you walk on the weekends to go out to go get grocery shopping. And when that child see you in that grocery store, mommy, that's my teacher. That's my teacher. That's an amazing feeling to feel. You know, that this is the person who is really touching my life and shaping my future every day is my educator, my teacher. And with Keeping Teachers Teaching, we are here because we truly believe in our educators. And there is no grants. Hear what I'm saying? There is no grants out there from corporations such as LinkedIn, Facebook, Bill Gates Foundation, all these foundations that these companies, these corporations, there is no grants out there totally that out there is planned to assist teachers. You get what I'm saying? To assist teachers. There's grants for classroom, to buy classroom supplies, to help build a new school, to buy different like playground sets, books, pens, and paper, which I am for that. I'm for that. But there's nothing there for educators. Teachers that's in the grind every day struggling. You now tell me if there's any teachers that you know that's single, that has gone and built a big house up on the hill from their teacher salary. Some of the teachers that you have known who educated you, you can leave for 20 years are still living in that same house that they started in and still living in it because they cared about you. And even the ones who do get married or find a significant other in their life, they're trying to balance it out. And some of them are still having these student loans because now they don't want to go get a doctorate. That they done taught for 35 years and still have $60,000 in student loans waiting on them once they retire. So they still have to pay the loans. So with Keeping Teachers Teaching, we try to find those ways and collaborate with different organizations and different companies to find ways that we can create grants to assist our educators who's trying to get a master's, who need assistance on electric bill, water bills, and different personal things that are going on in their lives. This is what we're about. We're not about trying to take association fees or anything from educators. We don't want any money. We want to give to them because the average teacher gives between $500 to $1,000 a year out of their own pockets. And also on top of that, they pay for different associations to be a part of. And the associations are wonderful. I love them, association. But also we just trying to find a way how educators can reinvest back into their own lives as collective, as educators. It's because there's many corporations and companies out there that investing back into the system of things of people that gives them money for associations and different things like that. But Keeping Teachers Teaching, we are here to try to find ways how each educator, as they say, teach one, train one, teach one, lead one. So we're trying to find a way how educators can do the same for themselves and take care of themselves on not falling the same boat after 100 years of going into educations, that finding themselves back in the same pot of still owing all these student loans and different things because they're trying to shape the mind of our future. So we here at Keeping Teachers Teaching is trying to brainstorm and put all this together and finding ways, starting here right in the state of Arizona, how we can do this and bridge this so our educators, once they retire, they owe nothing to no one. We should be giving to them and thanking them because they are a true hero in ed. They are our true heroes. So this coming weekend on October 13th, got a couple events coming up that we're going to be a part of. It's the Family Expo. It's going to be at Mesa Community College. The event is free. It's going to be Saturday, October 13th, 2018. All right, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the Family Expo is headed by Miss Jill Stanback. She's an amazing lady, amazing woman. For the last 9 years, she's been bringing families together through physical education, working together, coordinated together, and Keeping Teachers Teaching is a part of that, of the family oriented, because that's what we're about. We're about family, getting an awareness out there of our educated needs, Also, we have Arizona Night Market. That's going to be coming up November 2nd and 3rd. And that's going to be in Peoria, Arizona. And they are doing wonderful things also. This company, this organization is about multicultural. I mean, because Arizona has grown so much in the last 15, 20 years of different cultures. So this event is about food, culture, education, language. You know, we're looking for people to come out to this event and support. And that's going to be November 2nd and 3rd from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. And it's going to be a $5 entry fee to get into this event. And Keeping Teachers Teaching is going to be a part of that. So we want all the teachers and educators to come out there, because teachers educate each and one of our cultures. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about a true hero? It's our educators. They touch all multicultural of kids, all multicultures, and have to deal with all the cultures of the families day in and day out of their lives. So you're talking about a hard job? This is a hard job. And as being Keeping Teachers Teaching founder and executive director, I go around to different schools and I go and speak with teachers, speak with superintendents, attend different types of conferences to find out, what is our educator needs. And as you know, a couple months ago, we had the Red for Ed hit Arizona, Oklahoma, North Carolina, West Virginia. Those are the states that Red for Ed went through, and I was totally for it, because it was time for the teacher to put their pride to the side and step out. And I'm totally for them. I'm totally for them, because for the last 3 or 4 years I've been doing Keeping Teachers Teaching, bringing awareness of our educator needs, but it was just time for them to step out. And I am so glad that they did it. And I want to support them. And want to support everything that all these educators are doing through in and throughout. So I'm out here with Keeping Teachers Teaching, out here trying to collaborate with corporations and companies and ask them to find a way that we have grants out there for our teachers. Let's find a way that we can create grants that teachers can actually get their master's done. If a company can come up with something and say, look, we want to be able to sponsor, through Keeping Teachers Teaching, 20 teachers a year getting their masters. And in return, that teacher will go back to that same district and teach for 4 years in that district. No different what they do with the military. No different what they do when you go through ROTC. You get the sponsors, you pay for your service, you go back and you give back. And looking for corporations such as the Amazons, the Intel, the Bill Gates, LinkedIn, Facebook. We're looking for big corporations to say, look, come Keeping Teachers Teaching. We want to sponsor about 20, 25 of your teachers getting their masters and their doctors. They don't have to spend a dime out their pocket. In return, they just go back to that school district that they're working in and teach for 4 years in that district, for 4 years, and give back to that district within that state that they live in. We don't want teachers just to get a master's, get their doctorate, and bounce up out of there. We want them to make a commitment to that district that they're going to stay there and educate our youth and shape their minds. And this not only here. We want to do every state. We are looking for affiliates who want to come under the Keeping Teachers Teaching umbrella in every state to keep their educators in their state teaching. I don't want teachers to leave Arizona to go to Texas, to go to California, to go to Vermont, to go to Florida, to go to Oklahoma. Stay within your state and shape the mind of those young kids, because they get attached to you. And while they're getting attached to you, they grow bond and they say, you know what? I don't want my educator to leave. We want our teachers to stay right here with us. So these are some of the things that Keeping Teachers Teaching. That's the reason why I say keep teachers teaching. We want to keep you teaching. We don't want you leaving. We want you to stay within your state, within your districts, and just give these kids all what they need. But enhance Keeping Teachers Teaching is out here trying to collaborate with corporations and companies so we can help create grants to alleviate some of those things that personal that's going in your life, such as your electric bill, water bill, paying on your student loans, assisting you on getting special training in state, out of state. This is why I ask through all the time, through the campaigns that I put on, the just10az.org, just10az.org campaign to challenge 1 million residents to donate one time a year, $10 to raise $10 million. And that money goes into the pool to assist our educators that are in need. And like I said, we don't have a lot of money at all, not at all. And this campaign just started. It's just fresh, it's new. And also we have t-shirts that's going to be online pretty soon. And it's the True Hero of Ed, True Hero Ed. And who are the true heroes? It's our educators. And I think everyone in the United States and the world should be wearing this t-shirt. And it's coming to you live real soon, that we all support our educators. It's going to be $12 t-shirt, and the proceeds go into the grant to assist our teachers, our educators, because they are our true heroes. And these are some of the things that I try to come up with to let you know that I am out on this pavement every day, trying to find ways and supporting our educators. So when you get opportunity, go visit us on www.keepingteachersteaching.org. That's www.keepingteachersteaching.org. Hit the donation button, donate to us, to assist us, to assist our educators, because we need you guys. And we want to duplicate this in every state of what we're doing here in the state of Arizona. Because without our educators, we're nothing. We're nothing. And it's true to that. It's only a small percent that is totally gifted may say, hey, I have not had an educator in my life. I had to learn on my own. We understand that. But 99% has gone or had some kind of educator in their life and supporting them. I'd like to thank Fred Carmichael for being on, Shirley, Deanne. I'd like to thank you guys for being on today. Just supporting on what we're doing here with Keeping Teachers Teaching. We want to find ways that teachers can reinvest back into themselves, that they have ownership. And we will be having something on that real soon, that, without you, it won't be us. So stay tuned. I want to say thank all the teachers, our educators across the world, United States, state, locally. We just want to thank you all for all what you do, being in the classroom, in the trenches every day with our youth and shaping their mind. This is your guy, Daryl Gooden, founder and executive of Keeping Teachers Teaching. Don't forget, go to the website, keepingteachersteaching.org, make that donation so we continue on assisting our educators. I'll see you at the next episode.